What's up, guys? I got a quick video here, a review of a product that I've heard has been very good for removing rust, called Metal Rescue. It's a rust remover bath. You actually soak the parts in it. I've seen a few other YouTube videos of different folks that I'm subscribed to using this product, and they've had some pretty good success with it, so I thought I would try it out. Now, you'll find this product online. I looked around on eBay, because usually I can find a good deal on eBay or Amazon or some place like that that has a product at a cheaper price than retail, but this time it wasn't the case. I found this at the Home Depot for about 25 bucks for a gallon, and I didn't look very long, but what I found on eBay was about that price for a quart. So anyway, the reason why I really wanted to try this is not only because of the success that other people have had with it, but because it says it's an eco-friendly product. And what that means essentially is that it has no harsh chemicals in it, and according to the bottle it says that it is sewageable in most septic and sewer systems. In theory, you could just, if you had an accident or a spill or something, you could dump it in the ground and it won't harm your well, or if you're on city water, it won't harm any of that. And of course, like your plants, you could dump it in the garden and your plants would be okay. So I thought that was pretty interesting. Just looking on the back of it, it says it's biodegradable, contains no VOCs, volatile organic compounds, solvents, acids, or hazardous ingredients. In most locations, Metal Rescue is directly sewerable, like I said. For used Metal Rescue, if hazardous wastes, oils, paints, heavy metals have not been introduced, the iron content of the solution will dictate proper disposal. So I guess if it's got a ton of iron in it, you might want to watch out for that. And then obviously check local and federal disposal requirements. It says the product is ready to use. It is not a concentrate, which I knew that. Temperature is critical. Use at room temperature or above. So it's recommending you wouldn't really want to use it below 68 degrees. So I don't think out in my shop, it's about 9 o'clock. It's still pretty hot out here. I don't think we're going to have a problem. So they say like the warmer the better. So I've been storing it inside about 72 degrees. But here outside, I'd say it's still about 90 degrees in my shop. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick some parts and completely submerge them in this. It is, I don't know if I'd put this in a metal container, but what I'm doing is just taking an old, like a Rubbermaid container, because it will not eat through plastic. And it says light rust up to 2 hours, moderate rust up to 8 hours, heavy rust up to a full 24 hours. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let things soak, and in the morning I'm going to come out here and check on it and see the progress and what it's made. So anyway, let's give this a try. I got a full gallon here. I hope that's enough. What I am submerging, as I've said before, I'm working on a 55 First Series Chevy truck, so I've got a few small parts that I want to submerge in this, because like I said, I'm on a budget. I don't have a sandblaster or anything like that. That would be nice, but for guys like me that are on a budget, this stuff claims to work pretty well. And as far as my box of parts go, I've got I'm guessing this is like an old Chevy hubcap. It looks like it's, I don't know if it's off a Camaro. Maybe you guys might be able to identify it. It came in just a random box of parts that I had when I inherited the truck. It kind of looks to me like it's off of like a 55 Cameo, like a center cap for one of those. But I could be wrong. I know my grandfather had a 55 Cameo at one time, so it could have came from that. I know it's not the center steering wheel piece for the 55, because I have that piece right here, and I'm going to test parts that don't have any paint on them, that are just kind of metallic, just chrome like this. because I'm not sure what this will do to paint. In the videos that I've seen, it doesn't harm plastic, like I say, but I'm not sure what it would do to paint. And I guess I could repaint this, but you know, this is the original steering wheel center, the horn button out of that truck. So if you know, if all else fails and things don't go right with this one, then I'll know not to test it on this piece. But that's just me. I take a precaution on just about everything I do. So, and another piece that I'm going to try, because not that I've seen on YouTube yet anyways, I've got the original mirror that goes in the truck, and I'm pretty interested to see what it does with glass surfaces like this with the mirrored finish, and what it's going to do to that. I'm not expecting it to take off kind of this sticky part. I don't know what that is, where it came from. I'm going to clean that up later, but I wanted to take the rust off the back, and like the bottom of the bracket here is rusted and corroded pretty good. Like I said, this truck has sat for a long time, so I got a couple parts. Eventually, if this stuff works as well as they claim it to be working, I'm going to try like a 5-gallon of this and just put a bunch of parts in a box. But just for experimentation's sake, I'm going to put the parts in here like this. I think I'm going to face the glass side down. So it doesn't really have any smells to it. I mean, I know it's eco-friendly. I thought it would have some kind of smell to it. You don't want to really stick your nose in any chemical directly. You just kind of want to waft it a little bit. But I can't really smell anything, honestly. And it's clear. I didn't expect that. I thought that there would be some kind of sheen to it. I'm not sure what the active ingredient is, but let's just pour this in here and see what it does. Okay, that cap is completely submerged now, and this is for the mirror. Okay. That was about a quart. That's about the size of that container. So, we're gonna let this set for a while and see what it does. I'm not expecting anything for at least an hour or two, like the bottle says. But what I can show you pretty quickly is that rim around the outside of that cap down in there. A lot of the dirt came off with just the movement of the liquid itself when I poured it into the container. And I don't know if you can see, but there are some bubbles forming around it. That could be trapped air. It could already be reacting with the metal, and it looks like it is. I'm seeing bubbles come up and forming. So it's doing something. And like I say, I've not used this stuff before. So it says safe on everything but rust. With proper use, Metal Rescue will not harm other materials such as wood, glass, rubber, vinyl, or plastic, but will remove bluing and other sacrificial oxide coatings. It is safe on the vast majority of paints. Oh, okay, so I can try that piece. It may remove paints containing iron oxide pigment, or if a layer of rust is formed underneath the paint. So it may take off more paint on that piece than I thought. Test in a small area prior to full submersion. Well, I'm not too worried about these parts here. I just really want to see what the liquid does. Alright, well, we're going to let that soak and we're going to see what it does. So, as soon as I start seeing some progress, I'll post an update and put it together, and I'll show you guys what happens.